Hello students, so for this week's lesson we're going to be extending some of the activities we've been doing over the past few weeks. In the past I've had you go to the Tennessee Department of Education and look at different achievements across schools within the same district, and then you guys were tasked with looking at comparing different AP honours courses, dual credit offerings across two or more schools. Well, in this activity it's going to be an extension of the previous one, in that you're going to look at those schools where you compared the vigorous courses, the AP honours classes across different schools, and we're going to be looking at their ACT results. So fortunately for us, the Tennessee Department has actually updated its search tools and its reportable data. So we no longer have to use the archives. We can actually evaluate data from recent years. So how to access that? I've given you the URL in the week's lesson, so you can just cut and paste that. But if you're just navigating it yourself, if you look at these tabs across the top, you're always going to go to report card data. And we're already there, so I'll just go ahead and show you how to access the ACT information. If you remember, we were in report card archives before. Now we're going to scroll all the way down, and you can see that you can actually access school profiles from the report card homepage. So I'm going to go ahead and select Shelby County. And then I'm going to go ahead and select, let's see, let's select Germantown High School. And when it comes up, if we click on the tab College and Career Readiness, you can see that it gives some pretty nice charts which give information about the graduation rate and then ACT college readiness. If you look at these bar charts, what this percentage means is that across all four categories, 25% of the population met the ACT readiness for college, ACT criteria for college readiness. And if you keep going down, you can see how many were eligible or received the Hope Scholarship. And gone back up. And then the final bar chart shows you that the ACT scores the Shelby County, Germantown and Germantown High School. Okay, so I think what is most interesting about these new search engines is it allows you to make comparisons between schools, and this is where we're going to be extracting information for today's assignment. So if we click on the comparison tab, on the data select ACT scores. And automatically it's going to pull up the state of Tennessee, its overall ACT report by the state. But as I mentioned, we are interested in comparing two area high schools. So let's go ahead and select Shelby County. Too far again. And we'll take off the state of Tennessee. And let's go ahead and select a couple of schools within Shelby County. Okay, I'm going to deselect the all. And remember, because we're looking at the ACT, you're not going to be able to pull this data for middle school and below. It's only going to be for high school. Okay, I'm going to select Fraser High School and see, Germantown High School. And it should come up with a couple of charts to compare the ACT of the two schools. Now, for some reason, it's not providing the ACT results of Fraser, so let's go ahead and select another school. Did a browser error. It did this to me earlier. We should be able to get straight back in. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go straight down to comparisons. District name. Once again, I'm going to uncheck the state of Tennessee. You can keep it on there if you're interested in making state comparisons. It does seem to overload my computer. That's why I'm unchecking it. So Shelby County pre-merger. Schools, I'm going to deselect schools. And let's see, I'm going to select East High School. Germantown High School. And that should pull up a couple of nice charts. Let's see what it's yielded. So because we didn't change the data set to ACT, we'll have to come back over here and plug in ACT. So here we can see the ACT scores of East High School and then compare those to Germantown High School. And you can see there's quite a big contrast. And I'm not sure who looked at the course offerings of East High School, but how does that compare with Germantown? Are there more AP classes, less AP classes, more dual enrollments, less dual enrollments? I'm inferring from, or I would probably infer from this chart that there is perhaps less vigorous coursework offered at East High School, which is transferring into lower ACT averages. Now we can also compare across. We can also compare schools, two schools in different districts. So if we select Shelby County, and let's select select Collierville, and Collierville High School will pull up. There it is. No. Now, I'm not sure if Collingwood is Colleyville High School. I'm not sure. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just redo the district names. So let's take off Colleyville and stick with good old Germantown. Let's double check that Shelby County is still checked. And it is. And so let's go ahead over to school names. And we should have East High School still checked. Yep. And let's go ahead and select, select Germantown High School. And of course you can always make 3 comparisons and select Houston High School. Okay, let's see what this yields. So, gosh, that's quite a contrast there. So we're seeing between Shelby County, East High School, their ACT results seem to average about 15, whereas Germantown's are certainly in the low 20s, or Houston High School, which is in the Germantown School District, is in the low 20s. Now, to get the aggregate ACT scores, I believe you have to go back and look at the individual school profiles. So what you're going to do is you're going to research the ACT results of those schools that you looked at in Bloom's Check 2.1. And you can do the comparison like I showed you, or you could go in and just look at the scores individually. I think this chart's quite telling, and it certainly makes a nice visual to really breathe life into some of the information we're talking about. And I would also encourage you, right now we're just looking at ACT results, but certainly go in there and look at, play with the graduation rates, see TBAS scores, just mess around. But this is excellent data to really illuminate some trends that we've been examining over the course of this very short semester.